and welcome to Mountain Medicine Tarot. I am Mindy Lou Mayhew, and I am here to show you this framework. What we're going to do is go from this bottom quadrant right here. This is your past. This is within you. What's going on in your inner workup, your inner personality. This is your higher knowing or channeled messages from the universal knowing. And this is your action steps or what is to come in this next cycle of your life. So let's get started. First off, I have to let you guys know that your energy has been in every single one of these readings, just about. These cards right here have some writing on there that depicts different zodiac signs, and your signs have been in other people's readings very heavily. So I feel like your reading is going to be very powerful, and I'm really excited to do that with you. So first we have your past, which goes right into a shaman's death card. Very cool. So we're starting right off the bat with change and transformation. So the only bad thing we can do when it comes to change is resist it. And this is upside down, so this is just a reminder to always allow the universe to kind of make the changes that are necessary in order for you to move forward to your highest good. Then when we move within, we have this aspect of the stone. It's just a rock here. It says stone people on it. It represents the ancestors and knowing, like, research that's extremely ancient. So a lot of times when this comes up, I suggest people to look into some family history, to records. There could be some things with legal stuff going on. We will find out. And then to the higher knowing, we have the storyteller, which is upside down. Expansion, upside down, kind of tells me there's some resistance going on. So, excuse me, the storytellers are these people who do not really have a home or a place to reside for a constant. They're always traveling, and they're telling their story to the children in order to keep legends alive. So in today's makeup or translation, I would put this to like kind of a festival person or people who want to be constantly moving and traveling. So that's upside down, which tells me that that's something that could be in your future with this big imminent change. Let's look forward to what's going to happen here in the beginning of December. Okay, perfect. We have the drum. And the drum is really important because it helps us to know our inner heartbeat and the heartbeat of the people and the overall rhythm of which we move forward and have our like internal time clock and internal alarm clock. It has to do with taking care of your body and getting to a place of consistency when it comes to your body and your body's sleeping cycles and eating habits. It's just like the idea of habits in general. So it's really important to be kind to yourself when it comes time for that. And we've got one that flips. Okay, so with this change, we have Leo energy. So it's just kind of handwritten on there because it's something that was in the book. But it's all about this sense of victory. When I think of Leos, they're a fire sign, so they're very strong-willed. They are just totally leaking of courage and victorious energy, but their entire lesson in their world is to be taking life lessons and to be looking at other people rather than themselves. So kind of an interesting energy workup here. There could be a Leo in your world, but there doesn't necessarily have to be. I'm thinking maybe you need to take on some of that energy, maybe be looking at yourself a little bit more than you're looking at other people. But everything looks pretty internal. It looks like maybe you're going to be getting a message here pretty soon that has to do with your personal transformation. Let's find out. So I think being a little bit selfish right now is going to be beneficial for you. So in this placement, wow, we've got this really purple energy This is the space of Gemini, which is all about balance, honesty, and emotions. So Gemini are the twins of the zodiac. They're get a bad rap for being a little bit bipolar, but that's just because they're very in tune with their emotions and they almost lead with their emotions more than anything else. So it's all about balancing those things rather than going up and down and up and down all the time. They're a little bit more, they have to work really hard on being free-flowing, where these guys have to work on not being too selfish. These guys have to worry about their emotions being a little bit out of whack. So, interesting conflict of energy here. Let's see what else we can come up with. Okay, so with the storyteller, which is this traveling energy, upside down we have the frozen energy of this like really crisp frozen energy of Scorpio. Wow, so we've got all sorts of other energies. I'm not sure if that is because there's multiple energy and people that are in your makeup, or if you're just kind of having a hard time knowing how to balance these different parts of yourself. So Scorpios also get a little bit of a bad rap for being bipolar with their energy movement and their emotion moving. They are really strong as a sign, but they're a water sign. They're like the only water sign that doesn't get trampled all over. And so, you'll have to let me know what's going on with you guys, Aquarius, because this is a lot of different energy. All of the cards from this deck have been specific other signs. So you'll have to let me know if you have lots of other people maybe surrounding you that's keeping you from doing this change of whatever it is that you need to be doing. Alright, so butterflies obviously is just kind of waking up and being from a cocoon into this beautiful specimen. So if there's any resistance to change, just nip that in the butt, because this is your future space, and it looks like the overcoming the need to stay hidden is certainly coming for you, and it'll come in the divine time. If you have multiple energies surrounding you, I think it might be a good idea to find out what it is that you want, for sure. And let's see what we can find. This is animal medicine. Butterfly again, transformation. Yeah, so this goes here with change. Definitely do not resist this change. Whatever it is that's coming or going, let it go. If it comes, let it go. If it leaves, let it go. It's just all divine. Okay, the salmon has to do with inner knowing. Even though it's hard, they still swim upstream just because they know they have to. It's not something that they deny. It's not something that they fight. They fight for their right to do it, yeah? Alright, mouse has come up a couple times, and then lynx fell out as well. So, two very different energies here. The mouse has to do with attention to detail. It's not about playing small or being small. They're actually very strategic. They're very smart. And they pay very close attention. It's kind of like a tunnel vision in a good way. And then we have the lynx here. And he's all about secrets. But I don't feel like it's something that anyone is keeping from you. I feel like it's actually parts of yourself that you're kind of keeping hidden, but it's for a good reason. So it's interesting that it's here with the storyteller, because you kind of have this option to either blurt it all out or to keep it all hidden. And I feel like that's the secret, is how much to share and when to hold back. And I don't feel like there's really a need to hold back. The lynx and any of the large cats are all responsible for keeping knowledge, because they have this way of knowing things. People can't necessarily hide from you, because you've kind of been there, done that. You've seen, and you can see through other people's stories, maybe. And so I'm hoping no one's trying to slide anything by you. I don't feel like that's necessarily the case, but So when it leads right here to your own divine timing, I feel like this is all having to do with your own inner makeup. And maybe you're surrounded by people, but you still feel open to share with them. And I feel like the sharing of your transformation is going to be very good for you. Just very much so be open to that change. And be gentle with yourself through this process. Definitely don't be hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. And face your fears with a sense of acceptance. And then we have the hummingbird. That one's come out quite a bit too. It's just on the bottom of the deck. It stood out to me. It's all about, it's pretty female. But it is all about expressing yourself completely. It's more of this like small little tiny expressive is important. Yeah, I think telling your story is going to be very important. If you don't feel comfortable to do so, this represents the womb space. So the female space, again, another female area. It's just more of this gentleness type energy where we're going to face our fears with this idea of complete and total acceptance, like that of a mother and a baby. Like, no matter what it is that you turn into or transform into, the acceptance needs to be there on your end to yourself. And if there's things that you refuse to see, just from this here, because I don't feel like it's from anyone else. I just feel like you're being very strategic and paying close attention to what it is that you put on the table when it comes to other people. And I feel like that is a good thing. It's a good skill to have. But you as an Aquarius, that's not like you. Aquarius people really enjoy other people. And we have death again, right here next to death. So change is certainly coming. This is just piles of bones. I wish there was some like flowers sprouting out from it, because it's all about brand new beginnings. So definitely something kind of going on. I think it might just be the fact that 2018 is coming. I think it's going to be a really big year transformation-wise. So I'm thinking maybe you're just thinking to yourself about these goals and who you want to be in 2018. And that's a really beautiful thing. This has been coming out a lot as well. This is the smoky mirror. So it looks just like a chiseled in stone calendar or message or picture. It's artwork chiseled in stone. But the point of it is to be a reflection. And the reflection is here with Gemini, which is kind of that twinning energy, and then the salmon, which is instinct. Balancing instinct when it comes to record. So we have immediately finding something out, maybe having a reaction in utter emotions with it, and then having, okay, already knowing. So you kind of already knew, and now it's solidifying. So if there is something that you feel like someone is hiding from you, it's not something that they're going to get away with. And I feel like that's, they know and you know, because you see right through things. You kind of have this tunnel vision, and you have this ability to see past people's bullshit. And this transformation is happening with or without your say-so. So the more you just let go, the better. You feel free to tell your story, and with whatever details you find relevant. But then you kind of hone in a little bit and say, okay, this is part of my self-discovery. I'm going to wait a little bit to continue on this big story. And through that, you'll find your transformation because it'll feel a lot more aligned with you to relax that space down. Okay, so we're going to do one more card, and this one flipped. Alright, so we've got a maze with crystals, and let's check that out. So, maze with crystals is all about a temple. So, temples are created for a sacred space, and it's a place that you can close yourself down and close yourself in on in order to find your self-discovery, because really this is a story about you. It's not a story about anybody else. Whatever is kind of going on here with this new message coming in that now you know that you kind of always knew, and so now you're looking at this situation through new eyes. And the smoky mirror has to do, which is this one, has to do with seeing other people as if they are ourselves. So if somebody has a bad relationship and then they think to themselves that they are not capable of love, then everywhere that they go, they're going to probably have their arms folded, and they're probably going to be very closed off and not very open to receiving love at that point. And that's fine to go through phases like that, but then everybody who's around them will see a closed off person, and so they need to understand that they are projecting. And so just make sure that what you put out to the world is what you want to be portrayed as. And when you see other people, or if there's a third-party energy coming into your space, just be sure that you look at them through these eyes of gentleness, just because, I mean, you just never know. Even if they're being malicious, if they're doing something that doesn't feel good to you at all, there's still a part of them that is going to deserve love and deserve acceptance. That doesn't mean you have to be happy with the situation. It just means that you don't want to be malicious back. You want to be a good reflection to them. So if you see somebody in life who is depicting a very annoying way of being, then just know that it's your job to be a reflection of the opposite of that, because that's what resonates with you. So you can be very specific in how you want to portray yourself and how you want to depict other people in your experience. So just be cautious of that. The temple is a place of power. It's a place of wisdom, and to get help with inner knowing and to feel the presence of the unknown. So we don't have a whole lot of space cards. We've got a lot of cards in the deck that will have like the Star Nation, and I feel like this is like the only one of that. So I think locking yourself down a little bit, doing some introspection, and finding out what this transformation is all about is going to be what brings you the most joy, and it's about your own self-discovery. So let's make 2018 your year. That's all I've got to say. We need to just kind of drop some bullshit. This is all very red. I feel like there might be some pain going on here and here that's conflicting you and keeping you away from this inner rhythm of flow, because I feel like you're capable of a lot of really beautiful awakening that you can actually teach people how to be by being your true self, and you just need to tap into that. So let's see here. This one actually represents corn. Kind of cool. We're getting into Thanksgiving, so it's a motherly energy, as is this one. I don't feel like there's babies or children coming, even though this is the womb. I feel like this is just a place that you need to kind of put yourself down at what I call a cuddle cave, which is just to get yourself nice and comfy, give yourself some champagne or wine or whatever it is that you like, and just very healthy, feed yourself, feed your soul, make yourself happy. And this card right here is all about abundance. So once you do that and nurture yourself, it's also about this nature rhythm. So both of these cards are rhythm. So what it is creating yourself maybe a mindset ritual. When you wake up in the morning, just journal your very first thoughts of the day, and then begin the day by asking yourself what your higher self would have you do. Just because I feel like this situation is kind of giving you some conflicts where we've got like some emotional vulnerability going on. And I feel like that's totally okay. Just put your personal transformation and your joy first, because I feel like there's this, the rhythm is really important, and it goes along with this right here. It's kind of like you know what to do. You secretly, you know, and you just need to kind of have this solidified. It's like you have to have it written in stone in order to know, and I think that's okay. I don't blame you because I feel the same way sometimes. But let's see what we have. This is the internal egg, so here's kind of a universal knowing type energy. Since it's on the bottom of the deck, let's just read that real quick. Alright, so it's the cosmic egg, so it's like the beginning of all beginnings. It's resilience, secure nest, so like I said, kind of putting yourself down into this nest where you feel the most comfortable in order to break out of your shell. So this transformation, breaking out of a cocoon, beginning of 2018, New Year's resolutions. We are doing Christmas, so everybody kind of hunkers in. I feel like that's been like the universal energy across the board for this reading. For this month is just kind of hunker down, give yourself your nurturing space, feed yourself good food, give yourself the happiness and joy that you need so that your vibe is just kind of going like this, and it's just very steady. I feel like steadying yourself, know what you know, be vulnerable, but just enough to be gentle with those around you. Other than that, I don't see a whole lot of like boundaries or putting walls up or anything. Just pay close attention to what's going on around you, and then just concentrate on your own rituals where this rhythm is coming together. I just feel like you need to give yourself a mindset practice of doing maybe some dream journals, and that's with this cosmic egg, where you just kind of, it looks like an atom. It's universal makeup, it's the beginning, it's the time before the beginning, it's meditation, it's resilience and breaking out of the shell. So I feel like that is your message. In order to work with me, I am doing a group program through Facebook. So if you go to facebook.com/groups/mountain medicine mindset, we are going to take the month of December and work with each of these quadrants week by week. So week 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then when we go into 2018 to begin the New Year's resolution, we will feel a lot more confident. And I feel like that is just you being really gentle with yourself and understanding that you are on your own transformation journey. So you just need to stop absorbing other people's energy and do your own thing entirely. So don't feel like you need to shut people out, but if there's people who are causing you conflict, just simply tell them that's enough. You're here to tell a story from your point of view with whatever details that you find to be the most relevant to your personal identity, and that is what is important right now, is your own personal transformation. The world is waiting. So go ahead and hop on Facebook, follow the link to that so that we can work together. It is going to be a group program, so you'll have lots of support, but you will get personal readings with me, and I'm going to do